welcome back to another episode of Gigi Says What Now? I'm your host, Genevieve Gravel, and I talk trash about historical nouns. So hit that like and subscribe. So hit that like and subscribe button because I come to you every Wednesday with a new story. And this Friday is First Friday, which means it's Fantasy Fiction First Friday. Can't remember for the life of me what chapter we're on, but we'll get there on Friday. Today, we're taking it back to the 14th century. This is a time where Europe was suffering from the Black Plague, and people were dying by the millions due to political uprisings and wars. You know, England and France had that whole 100-year war thing. But over in Africa, there were certain regions that were really raking it in, you know, with the gold. It's good for them. Yeah, 14th century, fun times. Fun times. So the prince, Don Pedro, he's suffering this arranged marriage, and his wife, she gets this lady in waiting. A lady in waiting is basically like a personal assistant, right? And her name is Ines. Now, Ines is El Fuego, if you know what I'm saying. Don Pedro lays eyes on her and just Twitter hated. He finds himself looking for any and every excuse to just see Ines, which is pretty easy since, you know, Ines works for his wife. All he has to do is go say hi to the wifey and get his flirt on with her young hot assistant. So Don Pedro and Ines are sneaking around the castle, getting their little kisses in here and there wherever they can, and soon enough they'd fall crazy, madly, head over heels in love with each other. This is when Don Pedro's dad comes into the picture, and he's like, boy, you need to stop pumping babies into the help and start pumping babies into your wife. To which Don Pedro's like, you? Because, no, that's not gonna happen. So Don Pedro's daddy, he's like, this boy, he's gonna listen to me. He's gonna listen to me no matter what. He is going to do what I say. So he takes a hit out on Ines and has her, you know. So after Ines's murder, Don Pedro goes into a rage. He skips like all of the other steps of grief and just goes straight to anger. He is so pissed. He finds the assassins, rips out their hearts, and sets them on fire. But his rage doesn't end there. It is so big and so strong that he starts raging on his own people and trying to conquer his own lands. And it's like full-on civil war. So 2 years after Ines passes away, Don Pedro inherits the throne. And his first order of business is to have his wife's body exhumed. Okay, now I was wondering, like, what does a 2-year-old dead body look like? I don't know. So I looked it up so you don't have to. And apparently, if it's really well embalmed and cared for properly, a 2-year-old dead body is actually in pretty good condition. It's not all like rotting flesh falling off the bone. It's like, you know, intact. There's no like flies or worms or maggots or anything. So he has Ines's body dressed in the most exquisite gown and has a crown placed on her head and declares her queen. And then he calls on all the noblemen, and they have to kiss the cold dead corpse to show their love and devotion to the crown. Kiss it please. But some people, they're all like, how could she be queen? You can't marry a corpse. And that's when he declares, he comes out and he says, 6 years ago, Ines and I were wed in secret. So she is your queen, and you will bow down to the corpse bride. So yeah, I mean, it's a tragic story, you know. She loses her life and he loses his mind. But really, isn't it so romantic to be loved so deeply and to love so deeply So in conclusion, ladies, if your man's not willing to put a crown on your cold dead corpse, he's simply not doing enough. Just kidding! Not really. But seriously, thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you'll come back Friday for Fantasy Fiction First Friday, where we will come very close to the conclusion of The Forces of Nature by me, Genevieve Gravel. Remember, you are valid, you are worthy, and you are loved.